Good morning, everyone. Today's topic is graph coloring. Graph coloring, it is nothing but like if G is an undirected graph and M be a given positive integer, the graph coloring problem is nothing but assigning colors to the vertices of an undirected graph. And there is a restriction that no two adjacent vertices should be assigned the same color. And if they have given the m value, m colors, you must assign the colors only m number of colors. Okay, optimization of this graph coloring problem is nothing but calls for coloring a graph using the minimum number of. Say I will give you the graph, and if I ask you to color this graph, you must always try to optimize it. Optimization is nothing but you have to use minimum number of colors to color that particular graph. M colorability optimization problem asks for the smallest integer m for which the graph G can be colored. The integer is referred as a chromatic number. Okay, that m integer number of colors, it is also called as chromatic number. So here graph coloring problem means basically two types we can say. One is you have to find out the minimum number color possible to color the graph. And second thing is you are given certain numbers. Using those numbers, what are the in the possible ways you can color a particular graph. We shall see those examples. Okay, this is a given graph with 4 vertices. Now, I will just ask you to color this graph. Okay, 4 vertices are there. And we must assign colors for these 4 vertices. And one conditions you have to keep in mind, that is no two adjacent vertices can have the same color. If I assign one color to these vertices, you cannot assign the same color to this vertex and this vertex. Okay. So if I assign one color here, you can assign the same color here because they two are not adjacent. So if you ask me, we can color this graph in the following ways. Okay, this vertex red and this one is red. They are not adjacent. So you can keep the same color. And this is green and this is green. They two are also not adjacent. Same color is possible. Green is adjacent to red and this is also adjacent to red. So you can color this given graph using two colors. Okay, minimum number of colors required to color this graph is two color. Same graph. Now one more edge is there. Now question is, can you color the same graph using two colors? Now there is one more edge here from this vertex to this vertex. So using two colors, can we color this graph again? No, it's not possible because earlier these two vertices were not adjacent. Now they are adjacent. So if you put green here, you cannot put the green here. So in this graph, you cannot color the same graph with two colors because now these two vertices are adjacent. Their colors should be different. Now we can assign the colors like this. I have assigned red here. So it cannot be red and this cannot be red. I will assign the same red here. They two are not adjacent. Next, I will assign green to this vertex. If I assign green to its vertex, its adjacent vertices should not have the green color. This is also not green. This is also not green. And this is also not green. So obviously, you have to assign the next color to this vertex. That is, I will assign blue color. Is it clear? No two vertices should have the same color. In the graph, when you are assigning the color, this is one basic condition we must keep in our mind. No two vertices must have the same color. Some of the practical applications of graph coloring is scheduling problem. If you have scheduling task, we can use this concept of graph coloring. for timetable creation, register allocations for compilers, and also we can use it this method for coloring of maps. Okay, so these are the few applications of graph coloring. Algorithm, we can use backtracking method, which I will show in the next slide. So if this is the given graph, let's see how many, one more example, how many colors are needed to color this graph. See, first I will start with one vertex. I will assign a color to that vertex, that is red. So once I assign red here, this vertex cannot be red and this cannot be red. Even this vertex cannot be red. So this also cannot be red. If this is red, next vertex will be this one, red. So I will assign blue here. If this is blue, this cannot be blue. So you can assign blue here. Next, I need to assign the colors to these two remaining vertices. See, this vertex is adjacent to these two. So you have to assign the new color for this green. And I will assign one more color, orange here. So we have used 4 colors to color this graph. This is correct, okay? But check whether you can optimize it and use just 3 colors to color this graph. Is it possible to color this using only 3 colors? Okay, red and red, blue. Okay, here I have assigned blue and then I will assign orange here. See, blue, and you can assign blue here. These two are not adjacent. Okay, this blue and this blue are not adjacent. Now here I can assign orange. Is it clear? Orange is, these two colors are not adjacent, blue are not adjacent, and red is not adjacent. So here it was 4 colors, here it is 3 colors. So this is optimized color allocation for the vertices. We have colored this graph using only 3 colors. Okay, so optimization, when we talk about optimized graph coloring, you have to see such that using minimal number of colors, can you assign the, can you color the graph or not? Okay, this is one simple example. Because while scheduling or when you are doing timetable and all, we always have to look for minimal like optimized result. Okay, minimum number of colors that can be used to color the graph. Similarly, let's see for backtracking how we can do the same task. So this is the given graph with 4 vertices, and also they have given the colors RGB, that is red, green and blue. See, n value they have given, that is n is 4 vertices graph. There is a graph with 4 vertices and you are given 3 colors. You must color this graph using these 3 colors. Okay, it is not that you will just find out one possible combination. You have to find out all possible combinations of RGB to color this graph. Okay, all possible combinations to color this graph using these 3 colors. See, first one is simple. You can, we saw this example already. Assign red here and red here, green here and green here. Okay, that is one simple combination. Okay, easily. Many such combinations are possible with these 3 colors. We have to find out how many such possible coloring can be done for this particular graph. So using backtracking, we can do it in a simple and efficient way. So backtracking means state space tree. We have to start. We can make use of it. First, I will start with vertex 1. I will assign red color to vertex 1. Okay, followed by vertex 2. First, I will assign red color to vertex 2. But you cannot see always backtracking means you have to go in the flow itself, in the order. First, I will assign red to vertex 2, but you cannot assign red to vertex 2 because they two are adjacent. So red is not possible. Next, what you will do, you will assign green color. Okay, green is possible. They two are not adjacent. Next, vertex 3. Again, in the vertex 3, it is depth first search. Okay, you have to start with red only. I will try red. Is red possible? Yes, red is possible. These two are not adjacent. And 1 and 3, they are not adjacent. These two are adjacent, but color is different. And 1 and 3, both are red, but they are not adjacent. So red is allowed here. Next, first I will assign red for vertex 4. Red is not allowed because 3 and 4 are adjacent. Next, I will assign green. Green is allowed? Yes, green is allowed. These two are adjacent, colors are different. 4 and 2 are not adjacent, so green color is possible. Okay, so this combination is possible. So that is one solution. Okay, red, green, red, green. That is first solution. Next, we are in vertex 4. So we tried red, it was not possible. We tried green, we found one solution. Next option here is we have to try blue. Okay, we are in vertex 4. There only we have to check for all three colors and then we have to go back. So now I am in 4 only. So we got a solution for one solution for green. Next, I will assign blue to vertex 4. Okay, if you assign blue, again, coloring is possible. No vertex, adjacent vertices are having the same color. So this combination is also possible. That is one more solution. That is red, green, red, blue. Red, green, and red, blue. Red is assigned to two vertices, but they are not adjacent. So that is one solution. So for vertex 4, we have tried RGB, three colors. Next, we will go back. For vertex 3, we have tried R. Next is we have to try for green, red, green color. Okay, assign green to 3. When you assign green to 3, here vertex 2 also assigned, we have assigned green. 3 you cannot assign green, they are adjacent. So green is not possible. Next, assign blue. Okay, these two, blue is possible. There is no problem with blue. Next, in the vertex 4, you try for red. Is red possible? Red is not possible because 4 and 1 are adjacent. So red is not possible. Next, try for green. Is green possible? Yes, you can assign the green color here. Because for 2 we have assigned green and 2 and 4 are not adjacent. So green is allowed. This is also one more solution. Red, green, blue, green. So now we are in vertex 4. We check for R, we check for G. Next we'll check for blue. Is blue allowed? Blue is not allowed because 3 and 4 are adjacent. Already blue is taken. So blue is not allowed. Next, for vertex 4, we checked RGB colors. We'll go back to vertex 3. Here also we check for RGB colors, 3 colors. So this is also over. We'll again go back to vertex 2. For vertex 2, we check for R. Next, we check for G. Next, we'll go for blue. Can you assign blue to 2? Yes, you can, because previous vertex is R. So this is blue is allowed. Next, from 3, you have to again check for RGB. First, I will check for R. Is R allowed? Yes, you can take the R color for vertex 3 because they are not adjacent. You have assigned R to 1. For 3 also, R is allowed. Next, for vertex 4, can you put R color? You cannot put R color for vertex 4 because 3 and 4 are adjacent. Next, assign green. Can you assign green? Yes, you can assign green to vertex 4. So this is also one solution. Okay, R, red, blue, red, green. Okay, that is again one solution. Now you are in vertex 4. R you tried, G you tried. Next, try for blue. Is blue allowed? Yes, you can put the blue color for vertex 4 because these two are not adjacent. 2 and 4 are not adjacent. So you can put the same color. So this is allowed. Red, blue, red, blue. Next, vertex 4 is over. Go back to vertex 3. R you checked. Next, you have to check for green. Whether green is allowed for 3. Right now, it is allowed because it is not at all used in the previous vertices. So, green is allowed. Next, again, when you are in the vertex 4, you have to check for RGB. I will put R. Okay, R, is it allowed? See, vertex 4 is R, vertex 1 is also R. They are adjacent. You cannot put R for vertex 4. Can you put green? Green is also not allowed because they two are adjacent. 3 and 4 are adjacent. Green is also not allowed. Next, blue. Is blue allowed? Yes, you can put the blue color. 2 is having blue. 2 and 4 are not adjacent. So blue is allowed. So this is also one more solution. Okay, red, blue, green, blue. Next, we are in the fourth vertex. We checked for RGB. Go back to third vertex. We have checked R, G. Next, we have to check for B. Is B allowed for vertex 3? B is not allowed for vertex 3 because B is assigned to 2. They two are adjacent. So B is not allowed. So you finished for vertex 3, RGB. Next, go back to vertex 2. When we go back to vertex 2, here also we have checked for RGB. Then we'll go back to vertex 1. In vertex 1, we have covered for R. Next, we have to cover for G. Next, we shall start with G. See, again, we are starting from the first vertex. We'll go to second vertex. In the second vertex also, you have to check for all three combination RGB. Okay, then we'll come to third vertex. In the third vertex, you must check for RGB. Okay, three combinations you have to check. We'll come to fourth vertex. From there also you have to check for three combination RGB. And then we'll go back. For 2, we'll check for RGB. And then we'll go back to vertex 1 and we'll check for one more combination, that is D. And again here you have to check for second vertex RGB and third vertex RGB. Is it clear? See, for time being, I have done only one iteration. That is vertex 1 followed by red color I have checked. Similarly, you have to try for, there are other possible combinations. You'll get a solution. Okay. Starting from vertex 1 green color and blue color. So if you go on tracing the tree, you'll get few more solutions for this particular graph and for these colors, these three colors RGB. Okay, so this is the graph coloring using backtracking technique. Is it clear? You have to start with one vertex, assign one color, go down the tree. Okay, depth first search, DFS, and start assigning the colors one by one. Go till the bottom of the tree, check for all colors, come back, check for remaining colors, and again come back and check for remaining colors. So in this way, you can you'll find the solution for how many possible combination you can assign three colors to this particular graph. Okay. This remaining thing you can complete it. Okay. It is similar to this one. So this is graph coloring using backtracking technique. And one of the application, as I said, is we can use the graph coloring technique for map coloring. Okay, I have a map here. You can say Australia's map. And I want to assign the colors for its regions. There are like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 regions are there. This is also part of Australia. 7 regions are there. For these 7 regions, I need to assign the colors such that no two regions which are next to each other should have the same color. Okay, so this is map coloring problem. My task is to assign the colors to this map for these regions of the map, such that if I assign red to Western Australia, this South Australia should not be assigned with red. Okay, it should not be assigned with red. Okay, here only 4-5 regions are there. Easily you can, by trial and error, you can assign the colors. So with the minimum number of colors, I want to assign the colors to these regions of this particular map. So totally there are 6 regions. What I will do is, I will call each of these regions as one vertex. Okay, Western Australia. I will call this as one vertex, WA. Okay, Northern Territory. This is another vertex. Okay, next South Australia. I will call it as one more vertex. Okay. This graph map itself, I'm representing in the form of graph. Queensland, one more vertex. Okay, South Wales, New South Wales, that is one more vertex. So finally, Tasmania, as I said, this is also part of this. This region is also part of this map. So I will call it as one more vertex. So finally, 6 regions are there. So 6 vertices will be there in our graph. Next thing is, you have to link those vertices using the edges. Okay, Western Australia shares borders with Northern Territory and South Australia. So put an edge between. Okay, Tasmania. Okay, see, 7 vertices are there because 7 regions are there. Victoria is also there. I did not observe. So 7 regions are there. So 7 vertices. Next, Western Australia shares border with Northern Territory and South Australia. So you connect them using an edge. Okay. Next, Northern Territory is sharing border with Queensland. So connect it with one edge. Next, Queensland is sharing border with New South Wales and South Australia. So connect them with an edge. Okay. Queensland is sharing border with 3 places. Okay, it is sharing border with 3 places: Northern Territory, South Australia, and New South Wales. Okay, it is there is a edge here also. Is it clear? So it is Queensland is sharing border with 3 locations. So connected. Next, Victoria is sharing border with these 2 places. Okay, connect them. And Tasmania is not sharing border with any of these regions. So it is not connected. Okay, so this vertex is not connected to any of the regions, any of the other vertices. Next, we have to assign the colors. Minimum number of colors, we shall see how many minimum number of colors we can use to assign the colors. I will assign red to this vertex. So if you assign red here, this vertex cannot be red and this cannot be red. And I can put the red color to this vertex because these 2 are not adjacent. Similarly, I can assign red here or I can assign red here. What I will do is I will assign red to this vertex because this is not adjacent to this one. So you cannot put red here or to this one or to this one, but you can put the red color here. Okay. See, now you have assigned red color to 4 vertices, and you can observe none of them are adjacent to each other. Next, we shall assign one more color, say green. I will start with this vertex. I will assign green here, and I can assign the green color to this vertex. Okay, but I cannot assign the green here because they two are adjacent. Okay, so 2 colors over, and one more color. I will assign one more color to this vertex, that is yellow. So this map can be colored using minimum we need is 3 colors are needed to color this particular map. Okay, so that is map coloring. To color this particular map, minimum number of colors required are 3. Okay, you try for other combination and see whether you can do it in 2 colors. Is it clear? If given a map, you have to write down them as vertices and start assigning the colors. Here, one more example you can see. This also you can take it as a map. Okay, it's a map with 5 regions: V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. So I will each region we can call it as one vertex. V1. V1 is adjacent to V2, V3, and V4. So you have to draw the edge between V1, V2, V3, and V4. V2 is adjacent to V3 and V5. Okay, it is adjacent to V3 and draw the edge to V5. And V3 is adjacent to V2 and V5. Okay, V3 is adjacent to V5 and V2. V4 is adjacent to V1, V5, and V3. Okay, V4, V3, V5, and V1. Finally, V5 is adjacent to V2 and V3. Now, assign the colors. If I assign yellow to V1, you cannot assign yellow to V3, V2, V3, and V4 because it's adjacent. So I can assign yellow to V5. Okay, first color we have assigned one color. Next, V2 vertex I will take. I will assign red to it. If you assign red to V2, you cannot assign red to V3, but I can assign the red to V4 because these two are not adjacent. Next, you need one more color. Okay, we need one more color to color the vertex V3. Is it clear? So for this particular graph also, we need 3 colors. Is it clear? If this is the, assume it's a map, you can write down in the form of vertices and graph. Connect the edges of the bordering regions and then assign the colors. So this is graph coloring topic, like how you can color the graph and where it can be used. Using backranking, how you can find the different solutions to color the graph. Okay, thank you.